A 31-year-old drug runner, Tan Guesheng, has been sentenced to 27 years and 7 months in jail and 15 strokes of the cane for trafficking drugs from Malaysia into Singapore. Tan was working for a Malaysia-based drug syndicate linked to Singapore's largest money laundering case involving over 1 million Singapore dollars in drug proceeds. But here's the shocking part. Tan was caught with 249.99 grams of methamphetamine, just 0.01 grams below the threshold that would have automatically sentenced him to death under Singapore law. That's incredibly close to the line. Stick around as we unpack the full story, including how much he was making per delivery, the powerful figures behind the syndicate, and what Singapore authorities are doing to crack down on drug trafficking. You won't want to miss the details. Tan Guesheng was not just a drug user. He was also an operative for key syndicate player Lien Ho Hung, a 58-year-old Singaporean. Lien played a major role in coordinating the syndicate's operations and was essentially the mastermind behind the supply of drugs into Singapore. Tan trafficked drugs for Lien, obtained drugs for personal use from him, and assisted in the collection and distribution of narcotics. For about 3 months before his arrest, Tan worked systematically, collecting drugs from various drop-off points and delivering them to customers across Singapore. He was paid 1,000 Singapore dollars per collection and 100 Singapore dollars per delivery. His drug-running operation included methamphetamine, ketamine, cannabis, and MDMA, ecstasy. The authorities caught Tan with exactly 249.99 grams of methamphetamine, just 0.01 grams below the mandatory death penalty threshold in Singapore. That's an incredibly fine line. The prosecution noted that Tan had already been admitted to the Drug Rehabilitation Center (DRC) in 2019 for methamphetamine use, which he had also obtained from Lien. After his release in 2020, Tan was placed under drug supervision but continued his involvement with the syndicate. But here's where it gets even more intense. The man behind the syndicate, Lien Ho Hang, laundered over 1.27 million Singapore dollars in drug proceeds for himself and a fellow syndicate member known as Cuddy. Prosecutors compared Lien's role to that of a chief operating officer in a major company due to the level of control and coordination he had over the drug trade. On December 30th last year, Lien was sentenced to 28 years and 9 months in prison, but he has since filed an appeal against his sentence. His defense lawyer argued that financial hardship pushed him to join the syndicate, but the prosecution maintained that his high-level role in drug trafficking was undeniable. The Central Narcotics Bureau (CNB) has made it clear that it's not backing down in the fight against drug trafficking. Acting Director of CNB, Senior Assistant Commissioner Leon Chan, stated that CNB is working closely with both local and international partners to dismantle transnational drug syndicates and keep Singapore safe from drug-related crimes. This case highlights the strict drug laws in Singapore and how the authorities are determined to keep the country drug-free. But what's your take on this? Should Singapore's drug laws remain this strict, or is there room for reform? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video informative, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to 2230 for more detailed news coverage that gives you the full picture.